Welcome back to the homestead. Again, we're getting more than one video in today. We're doing more than one type of peppers, so why not? Right now we're getting ready to pickle jalapeno peppers. Super simple, not a big deal. I already have them all chopped up, or sliced, I should say. I'll let you have a peek. See them? Sliced up. This is in a 50-50 brine. It's half vinegar, half water. I'm using white vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar. You can mix up your seasonings. I'm only using kosher salt. I keep this super simple. I want it basic. You can add turmeric. You can add anything to it that you want. But we're going to do about half, maybe just a little less than half a teaspoon of salt in each jar. If you hear coughing, it's because these jalapenos are stout, y'all. And if you ever need to clear your sinuses or clear your throat, go with these bad boys. My goodness. Whoop. Why did I do that? Wrong jar. Goofy me. This is the one I need. Had one wide mouth jar. Threw me off. Tap them off. Wipe off those lids and rings. Make sure your jars are clean. You can hear pinging from my last batch. Anyway, here's another view. I chunk them up pretty thick. That's just how we like it. You can fix it any way you want. We're going to set this in the top here. I only managed to get 4 jars of the jalapenos. I have 3 jars of leftover banana peppers in here from the last batch, so we're going to polish those off. Once this is done, I'm going to water bath process them for 10 minutes. Pull them out of the canner. We're going to do something a little bit different that I think is fun. I have a lady who likes my jalapeno jam, or jelly, however you want to call it. I'm going to try to make a small batch jam out of. So I saved the red jalapenos, and then this is just a few of the green that I had left over from that last batch that didn't fit in the jar. And we're going to make a jalapeno jelly, or jam. It's kind of weird because it's not going to be super thick out of these red. I think the color will be really pretty. I'm going to call it jam, even if it's not a super heavy jam. I took all of the tops. Let's see if I can dump this out. I boiled it to get a good juice. See? From that last batch, just in case I need to supplement a little bit of juice to bring the amount of fruit that I have up to what I need. So, as soon as I get done water bathing these jalapenos and these banana peppers, we're going to start working on the jam. Sweet. And we're almost there. After that, all I have to do is dice peppers, and the peppers are caught up. I did not save jalapenos for my bone broth. If you cut up veggies, here's some garlic skins, different things from my last batch of peppers, my sweet banana peppers. I'm going to save this for my beef broth. I did not do that with the jalapenos. Now, if you want to try a jalapeno bean broth, what is wrong with me? Bone broth, go ahead. That'd be good stuff. Not for me. My family's not big on the heat. I have to do things to manipulate it to make it palatable to them. Okay, we're going to water bath this for 10 minutes. Like I said, 50-50 broth, a little bit of salt, slice them up, put them in a jar. That's all I'm doing with these, with the jalapenos. You can get really creative if you want to. We don't have the need for it. Okay? And then once I get this done and get ready to shut her down and pull her out of the canner, we'll get started on our jam. While the canner is processing and warming up, I'm going to go ahead and put my jalapenos into my handy dandy food processor to see exactly how much of this fruit I'm going to have to make my jam out of. So we're going to toss them in. And I'm leaving the seeds in this, you guys. This is going to be some, this is going to be some stuff. If you want to take a little bit of the heat out, you can eliminate the seeds. But most people like it hot. That's how I'm going to leave it. All right, a little bit of noise. Okay, I wanted it chopped up good and small, and that's what I got. I'm going to rake it out of the lid. I mean, just the smell. Holy moly. I do recommend you wear gloves if you're sensitive. I probably actually would normally wear gloves, but I looked and I'm out. So I don't have any latex rubber gloves. We're going to go ahead and put this straight in the sink. All right. Where's my measuring cup go? Over here, where I was just at. Okay. I hope this makes a really pretty jam. It's not going to be your regular jam. That's for certain. I'm going to do it right here in the bowl. Save all we can. You typically are supposed to use a liquid pectin. I'm going to look and see if I have any in the cabinet. I did. I don't know if I still do. If not, I have a little bit left of the ball pectin. It wasn't enough for big batches, but I might have enough to do this. So that looks like it's at about 2 cups. I'm just going to dump it. And then I think I'll be a little bit safer getting it out now that it's not so cool. Just going to tap this. Good hot stuff, I tell you. Would make a great Christmas gift for anybody who likes it spicy. I have mixed in strawberries, raspberries, peaches with my jalapeno jams. And I thought about doing it. This is about 3/4 of a cup. So 2 3/4 of a cup of jalapenos. Do not touch your eyes, guys. Breathing it in is fun. Don't rub it in your eyes. So I'm going to grab this little bit of liquid I made over here. See if I've got a 1/3 on here. No, I have to eyeball it. Only goes to half. So we're going to just go just a little bit to bring it up to 3. Just a hair more. Okay. Just a little bit. That should bring us up to 3 cups. I was hoping to get 4, truthfully. But looks like 3 cups is what it is. Hear the coughing? Alright, here's what it looks like so far. I'm going to figure out the measurements for the pectin and the sugar, and we'll keep it going and get ready, and as soon as this canner gets done, we'll start it back up.
15. James Butcherman.
Buchanan.
And then his name of wife was he did not have a wife.
No, he didn't want a wife, I guess.
His school attendant was Dickinson Cole Cardlesey. That is. And anyway, his profession was a lawyer, and his religion was Presbyterian. Dates of birth and death: 1791 and 1868.
Good job. I got the video going, okay? Okay. Good job. These are banana peppers from the last round. Just hold on. We'll show you those jalapenos. By the way, if you ever wanted to know what a homeschool moment's like, you just witnessed it. You can homeschool anywhere, even the bathroom. Right, Jesse boy?
Yeah.
Real life, y'all. Oh, and banana peppers are so pretty. Okay, now here comes the pickled jalapenos. The reason you're here, right? Look at that. Very carefully towards you. Look how pretty. Good for chili, good for beans, good for soups, burgers. You name it. It's just good. And a blessing to receive. Try not to drop hot water on your toes. trying to cipher a little bit. Why are you siphoning on me? I know I didn't go too fast. Brought it up a little slower. Alright. I'm going to move this canner over. We're going to start with our jam. Check my handles. Ooh, a little heavy, a little heavy. Alright. Got my big pot. Okay, we went with 3 cups of diced jalapenos. Remember, I did add a little zhuzh of lemon juice to this, just to give it a little extra something something, just in case for the acid levels. Alright. Good enough. Set it over out of the way. I almost tripped over a canner. Kid you not. Boy, that would have been a blooper, wouldn't it? Okay, I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget. We're going to go with the traditional means of sweetening this, which means full sugar. Because, you know, jalapenos, we need sugar. I'm already hearing pinging over here. The traditional sugar amount is 4 cups plus 2 tablespoons of sugar. Got it right here, okay? If you want to do less sugar, you can, and I have it written for you. You can do 2.5 cups of sugar with this. Now, the pectin. I went ahead and put my little jar up. It's the Ball traditional pectin. Comes in a little jar. It's been on other videos. I didn't have enough to do the strawberry jams that we did recently because it was bigger batches. So I just happen to have just enough to do this. Hopefully it comes out well. But it is 3 tablespoons and 2 1/4 teaspoons of the Ball pectin, okay? Now, I've never used dry pectin with the jalapenos before, I'm going to be honest. If this doesn't come out worth a hoot, you may never see this video. But if it comes out good, here we are. I mean, you got to experiment. You never learn if you don't try, right? But typically, I use the liquid pectin anytime I make a jalapeno jam or jelly. It's what helps it set better. That sort of thing is hard to come by nowadays. And I just happen to have this, and I just happen to have those. And we're going to try it out and see. Okay, first thing we're going to do, let's turn her on. Get my wooden spoon out. Shake these down a little bit. Okay, I have everything's been clean and wiped down since the last batch. I have my clean jars and my funnel. I have my ladle. I used this for the bowl, so I don't really need it anymore. I'm going to set it off to the side. I'm going to set my instructions off to the side here. Clean lids and rings. Got a little towel here to wipe them off. Wipe the tops of my jars. And we're going to get this warmed up first off. And this is a small batch, but I still used a big pot. Just because. Part of me kind of wishes I would have added some fruit to this. I think this would have really been good with strawberries or peaches. But this lady was asking for just a regular jalapeno jam. And so this is what we're going to make today. But I still think it would have been awesome with some peaches. And I happen to have some. But anyway. Now, from the pickled peppers, I had a little bit of brine and some jalapeno juice left over. So I've got a couple jars here that I'm going to save. I'm not going to can these. These have used lids on them. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator. It's not going to go bad anytime soon. And I'm thinking about a batch of pickled eggs. It's been a while since I've made some pickled eggs. And I think this would be good with it. So we're just going to set this off to the side. I also still have some chow chow brine. I may dump it all together, warm it up, pour it over the eggs. I bet it would be really good. Okay, as soon as we get this going and get it good and warm, I'm going to add my pectin now. Stuck to my little bowl a little bit. We want to get it all out because the measurements are kind of precise on this brand. Stir it in. Get it good and mixed. Be careful with this being hot peppers. Try to keep your face from over the very top of your pot. I know it's easier said than done. Okay. I'm going to stir this. You may come out, sir. We're still videoing. Wash your hands. What was you doing in there learning about the presidents? Jessie has a joke. You want to tell your joke now?
Sure.
While I'm stirring?
Sure.
Okay. The Rabbit Master has a joke. Go ahead.
What did Adam tell Eve on the day before Christmas?
What?
It's Christmas, Eve.
Good job. All right. It shouldn't take too long. Shoot. Mr. Walton over there. I think I'm going to bring you a little bit closer. What do you think? How about it? Okay. This is mainly because I quit stirring to move y'all, so it's not quite ready yet, but it's not going to take long. Hopefully this doesn't bother you with all this steam coming up. Actually, I think it's already ready. Look at it bubble. And no, there's not much in here. This is a small batch. Let's add our sugar in all at once. Dump it. Stir it in. It's going to be dense, isn't it? It's coming. I would add a little liquid to loosen this up, but then I'd be afraid it wouldn't set. There's something about peppers, they don't set easily. Scrape down my sides. Trying to center you. Little lemon juice. A little bit of jalapeno juice just to make up to the 3 cups. And then just the jalapeno shredded. A lot of sugar. It's loosening up good though. I am not going to try this because I don't want to, set my mouth on fire. I'm just going to trust that it tastes good. All that sugar. Whew. This is better after it has sat for a while and calmed down. All jalapeno stuff that I make, I like to let it sit for a good month before we even eat it. Now, if you like her hot, don't do that. But I mean, it almost looks like Christmas, doesn't it? Huh? I'm going to try to move you. This is going to be fun. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Bring you over here. Okay, get off my spatula. How's that? Is that a little better? Hopefully you can see it good. Lighting's just kind of weird. That's what I'm trying to help with here. It's definitely different because my jalapeno jam is always real bright green, and this red's really throwing it for a loop. Okay, as soon as it boils, then we pull the canner back out. Hopefully for the last time today. Of course, I do have a little bit of strawberries left. I still have to can. I've got so much strawberry jam canned up, it's just crazy. It'll make good Christmas gifts if all else. See how you can kind of hear the noise, but it's not really coming to a boil. I want it to come to a boil to the point I can't stop it. And then we'll do it for a minute. It really does look like Christmas to me, y'all. I think it's pretty. I mean, if you really wanted to do something like add red dye number 40 or your red food coloring, you could, but I'm not. Oh, starting to get little bubbles. See them? It's still going regardless of the stirring, so here we go. Smells hot. A little warm on the hand. 25 seconds left. Okay, 8, 7, 6, here we go. Alright, we're giving it its final little stir. Alright, let's see how she does. Turn it this way a little bit. I didn't add any butter for foam. It's not really foamy, but it is a little bubbly. It's definitely different looking. Now if it will just set up. Oh, there it is. What do you think? Almost looks like salsa. But instead of salsa, it's jalapeno jam. I think it's cool. Stuff we do. Even if it's a soft set, I still think it would go really well with the cream cheese that everybody likes it for. That's the primary reason anybody asks me about the jalapeno jam is they want it with their cream cheese and crackers. I'm sure this would be fine with that. It's pretty. I'm glad I mixed in a few of the green. Oh no! Well, done that. Redo. Redo. I do think it's going to set up. It acts like it wants to. Might need my little scraper. Oops. Alrighty. I had an incident with the jar. I made a boo-boo, so we'll refill it back up. It wasn't full, but I buggered it up. I'm going to do about 4 jars. There's just a little tiny bit in there. Not enough to really help for anything, though. Okay. Just a little more. Try that jar off. This one's a little lower than the rest of them. Okay. Take your clean rag. This is the sticky boo-boo jar that I messed up. Come around this way. Make sure they're good and clean. No nicks, no chunks, no sweet sugar on the top. Nice and cleaned off. This one's got a little bit down the side. We'll get it. And we're going to water bath. Go ahead and wipe this up. We're done with this anyway. Put our lids on. Set up the canner. Since this is a jam, I'm going to go ahead and process this for 15 minutes. That's the boo-boo one I made a little mess with. I still think it's really pretty. I just hope it sets up well. Pepper's going to be kind of funny. We're going to let that rest for a minute. While my canner heats up. Won't take long. It's already pretty warm. Wipe off all the jalapeno stuff off this counter. It's been quite a canning day. Gonna have to sweep the floors for all the seeds. Always something. Down. It's good to clean as you go. No matter what, you're going to have a little bit of a mess at the end of the working day, but it's good to clean as much as you can while you go, because if you're canning all day long, you're going to get tired. Less work you've got, the better. Alright. We're going to do this 15 minutes. Time's up. Canner's nice and calmed down. Get ready to take our lid off. Everything's rested appropriately. Leave this here. And there she is. I'll tip it off. I know you're not supposed to, but I did it. Can you see it? 4 jars worth. And it stinks like jalapenos in here. Let me tell you. Daddy came home a while ago and I said, does it smell like jalapenos in here? And he's like, yes, it does. All right. Looks like it turned out well. Thank you once again for joining us today. Jesse boy, you want to come say goodbye? Here comes the boss man, the rabbit master. Oh, there's a ping. All right, do what you can right where you are.
Psalms 34, verse 8, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him.
Bye.